So here's what your spirit guides want you to know about death. First of all, your soul isn't afraid of dying. Your soul has died a bunch of times. Your soul thinks dying is kind of fun. It's like going home. And it's the most fun if you're going home after you finish the job. Your guides want you to know that while they can understand why you might sometimes want to leave the planet early, because it's flippin' dense here and it's hard here and the illusion of separateness really seems real here, they also want you to know that if you leave the planet early, you're gonna have to come back and finish this one way or another. You're gonna get sent back to do a whole nother round on this lesson plan. So you might as well finish it out. They're not really letting you out early. Your guides want you to know about death, that when you're present for the death of an animal, a person, a being, when you are graced with the precious opportunity to be there at that moment of transition, there's an opportunity there. There's an opportunity for you to receive a passing of power. Breathe it in, says my Apache mama. Share the last breath with someone you love who's passing. Don't turn away. Be present for it. Because at that moment of transition, the doorway is open. You can receive from that animal who's passing, whether it's a deer that got hit on the side of the road, or whether it's your beloved pet, or whether it's your grandma. The moment of departure is sacred. And when that door to the other side is open, there's a gift for you there, a gift for you to breathe in and receive. Because there's some of their power that they can't take with them. There's some of their power that was designed for this dense, crazy world. And it's a gift to you to receive it. Your guide wants you to know about death, and that you've died a number of times already in this life. Every time you've hit the wall on something, every time you've had to basically give up your old identity due to some tragedy or loss, sometimes even due to some huge opportunity that makes you brand new. Death is the letting go and is best met with surrender. You've learned this in your own life when life has handed you something really hard and you realized you could try and fight it, you could try and ignore it, you could try and deny it, but the path of wisdom is to surrender and go with all the changes you cannot control. What do your guides want you to know about death? Your guides want to affirm what you already know, which is death is a graduation. It's a change, it's a transformation, but it's not an ending. Your guides want you to know that when your beloved person, animal, being dies, they don't stop existing. They shift states. You might imagine that they move on, maybe even that they go through a time of cleansing and resetting, maybe that they go through a time of learning what they came here to learn and tabulating that wisdom before maybe they turn around and come back in another form. Your guides want you to know that none of us can really know with these human brains in a logical way what exactly death is, how it works, and what it means. But your heart knows, your spirit knows, and so your guides want you to know that your heart, your imagination, your spirit already know the truth about death. that while it can be painful, it can be scary, it can seem tragic, it's also not an ending, but rather a shift, maybe a progression. And there's no one waiting to punish you. Your guides want you to know about death, that you came here to learn, and when you leave, you'll take your wisdom with you and upload it into the great collective. They want you to know that there is no judge and jury waiting on the other side. Actually, there's a team of friends who helped you plan this lifetime, and I just can't wait to review it with you when you go home. There's a big, loving embrace of all that is, waiting to welcome you when it's your right time to go home. And even those who choose to go home early are met with love and giggles, even if they have to do a redo to finish the lesson that they started and then interrupted. There's no damnation. It doesn't exist. It's just a continuation. Your guides want you to know that being afraid of death is a natural part of being here on this plane and being a human. And there's no shame in being afraid of death. But they also want you to know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that you already know there's nothing to be afraid of.